What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. We have a 2025 Jesse Love Xfinity Series Champion Diecast here in the studio. The box artwork is absolutely amazing. The final Xfinity Series Champion, as they would be rebranded to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series the next year. Let's go ahead and check out the diecast. Diecast box in hand, and welcome to today's diecast review. So this is the final Xfinity Series champion ever, right? Because, well, they're no longer the title sponsor of the sport, or that series rather. But I feel like this one's going to be very nostalgic because this was the final, race not only for the Xfinity Series champion, all that, but also the turning of the playoff format back to the Chase for the Cup format. People might not remember this, but the first ever Xfinity Series championship was actually a full season points format, which Chris Buescher won. So it's kind of fascinating. It started out with the old school format, went through the playoff era, and now it's kind of going back more to a traditional style to it. I do notice the box design here. It does have a little bit of I don't know, what do you call this? Kind of a bend through the box design. Can't see a little bit of a crease there, so that's unfortunate, but it does happen. Love the box design. I mean, check this out, man. You have the number 2 right here, you have the red and the white, and then you have like this, kind of a brushed aluminum touch right there. You have the driver font right there, very, very sharp, man. You have RCR, Xfinity Series Champion. I really wish they did this box design for pretty much all of the 2026 or even 2025 diecast, because I'm going to show the other ones here. I mean, just imagine, you getting, your Kyle Larson car, right? And this is the HendrickCars.com box. Imagine this was for, 2026 or something. And then imagine going and buying his Valvoline car and the paint scheme matches the box, where it's like red and white and a little bit of blue, basically like a reverse of it, right? Or if you're Corey Heim, it's just really, really cool how these box designs look. They even put the championship trophy right here. I'll show the other ones real quick. I'll bring them back into the studio. But they actually did it individually for all 3 of them. They didn't just put a generic trophy. They actually did all 3 of them. High key, one of the greatest box designs I think NASCAR Diecast have ever had. And it's amazing. I just really wish we could get the 2009 style boxes back, in the sense of the paint scheme matches the box. I know logistically that's a lot more to ask for, but Chase Elliott or Kyle Busch, they've always had many different paint schemes, right? But in the NASCAR Authentics line, each one of their card backs would have a package design that matched it. So Kyle Busch in the M&M's Minis car, it would have a package for that. Kyle Busch in the Brownie car from 2021, it was a purple car. It would have a different packaging. So my point is, they're capable of doing this. I'm really hopeful that in the future that could be something we could see, because they knocked it out of the park with this box design. I'll stop yapping about cardboard. Let's go ahead and open up the car. Car in hand now, and here is the championship paint scheme. So there's a couple of things that really stand out to me. Number 1, the paint scheme itself looks just a little bit different, right? Like the number 2, the stripes look a little bit different. I like that. Another thing I noticed, we have C4 Ultimate Energy there. That is something I don't think was on the standard Jesse Love 164. And then we have South Point Casino. I don't even know if that was on there as well. So that's pretty cool. From my understanding, the championship paint schemes are basically based off what they ran at Phoenix, but without the raced version graphics. So essentially, when this car was sitting on pit road, from my understanding, this is what it's based off of. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't photo proofed that, but that's from my understanding. Except, of course, the roof decal, being changed. Go to the front windscreen of the diecast. You have Xfinity with Love right there. Notice the outlining of the window bars are actually visible through the windshield. I'm not sure why. I have never seen that before, so I don't know if maybe this window print, maybe it didn't have enough ink. I'm not sure. I actually think it's stamped on there. I could be tripping, but I've never seen that before. Maybe that's actually more realistic to the car. I don't know. That actually could be something really cool. Whelen right there on the hood of the diecast. You have your purple, which I'm going to miss that. The purple, it's bittersweet, because I think a lot of people are going to miss the Xfinity series, the purple, banners and stuff like that, because it was so different, right? We're so used to, like the yellow playoff banners and stuff we've had. But it looks great either way, in my opinion. But I'm just glad the playoff era, in all honesty, is over. I feel like this diecast right here is always going to have a little bit of a controversy to it. And it's really unfortunate for Jesse Love, because I feel like a lot of people are going to look at his Xfinity Series championship as, did he deserve it, right? Because Connor Zilisch won like 12 races. Well, it's not his fault the format's that way. Like, that's just the reality. So it was just, I'm just so glad they went back to the chase of the cup, and hopefully we never have to have that that discussion about whether a driver deserved the championship or not. Whoever wins the trophy should be the champion. It shouldn't be really a debate. That's how it really should be, in my opinion. So I just feel for Jesse Love, because I feel like instead of celebrating his championship, it was, oh, Connor Zilisch didn't win it, right? And I feel for him. So I got ARP right there on the front with Sunoco on both sides, RCR on the right side, number 2 on the left side. Over here to the actual left side of the diecast, you have the number 2 right there, Whelen on the side. As already mentioned, we have the C4 Energy there. You have Samsara. I don't even know what the heck that is. South Point Casino. Shout out to Brendan Gaughan. That was always one of my favorite veteran, NASCAR Nationwide Series, early Xfinity Series drivers. Always a fan of Brendan Gaughan. You got Jesse Love right there on the driver name rail. You have Home Smiles there. 2 race win stickers, which I want to say was for, because he didn't win Phoenix, did he? No, I don't think he won Phoenix. Who won Phoenix in 2025? Oh my goodness, who won the race? That's what makes the championship so confusing, is because, like, you're so accustomed to the champion actually winning the actual finale event every year, and then when they don't win it, or if they did win it, I can't even remember who won it. Was it Allgaier? I don't remember. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know he won. What was it? Talladega and Daytona? Was that it? I don't know. Go to the B Post decal. It's actually some very, very tiny logos there. You have Chevrolet. I don't even know what the heck that is. Maybe Lucas Oil, Sherwin-Williams. Got PTC, and I don't know what the bottom decal is. Got the NASCAR race car decal there. Xfinity Series champion, Cometic, Holly MSD, and then you have Goodyear there. Now notice there's a random white line right there where the contingency panel is, and it kind of perplexes me. If I had to guess, this is one decal, and it overlapped this, and this is one decal, but it goes a little bit further, so that's why there's a little bit of an overlap, because the whole car is sprayed red. So that's kind of interesting. Over here to the quarter panel, we have is that the last time the Xfinity Series has ever had the bioethanol ring? I'm not sure. I can't even remember. I don't think we've had a 2026 O'Reilly Series diecast yet released. I do notice a little bit of a decal OCD right there. That'll probably actually chip off, fortunately, and it could fix it. If you're curious, all 3 of the diecasts at the time of this video, I believe, are still in stock. I highly expect the Corey Heim to eventually sell out. Probably the Kyle Larson as well. I don't know how many they're making for all 3 of them. This one could sell out as well. I think Jesse Love is an underrated driver. Get it while you can. You can tap in with that promo code if you like. It helps you save on shipping, but you don't have to use that, of course. But it's there for the option, and it helps support the channel. But if you're going to get one of them, you might as well get all 3 of them, man. I still think it's the best box design we have probably had at least since 2015. Honestly, I would put it right next to the 2009 boxes. Like, it's just a little bit more modern, basically. Even though I wish they would bring verbatim back the 2009 boxes, because they were lit. Anyways, over to the back bumper of the car, you can really see how far forward or far to the side the spoiler is. That's pretty gnarly. You do have a little bit of blemishes on the spoiler where the red paint underneath is kind of seen through it. Got Whelen, trusted to protect first responders. There's number 2, Chevrolet, Okuma, SCM. And then over here to the right side of the diecast, you have Whelen with the number 2 once again. It is really cool, though, to see the number 2 car for RCR win the championship. A lot of people forget one of the most successful O'Reilly, Xfinity, Bush O'Finity, whatever the heck they call it nowadays. One of the most successful teams since the millennium was RCR. I mean, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick. Oh my goodness, you had obviously Austin Dillon, and then they went away and kind of stopped their RCR, full time program. Then they started bringing it back, and then they're winning every Daytona race. They're winning every Atlanta race with Austin Hill. So my point is, if you really look at it, RCR has had one of the best Xfinity whatever series, the Busch Grand National Xfinity Wide Series resumes. They won the championship in '01 with Harvick. I want to say Kevin Harvick won it in 2006 as well. He was a full-time Cup driver. This is when they were allowed to. And I want to say Clint Boyer won it in '07 or '08. And I mean, even Jeff Burton was running, Busch Series races for RCR. And I believe he actually won a couple of them. Could be tripping on that. But they had a ton of success throughout the years. Austin Dillon's championship as well. I mean, heck, even Ty Dillon. He won at Indianapolis in it. So it's pretty cool to see all the different drivers. They're all the different, different eras and driving styles. And it's just really cool how many of them came up through the RCR, second tier series, the Xfinity series, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty cool. Got Jesse Love right there in the back window. And then you have Team Fox for Parkinson's research on the deck lid. So very cool diecast, man. I tell you what. We've had this car produced for a number of years now, I believe. Jesse Love, I think, was a rookie. Was he a rookie in 2024 or 2025? I'm tripping. I think it was 2025. Actually, no. I think it was 2024 because Sheldon Creed, he joined. I don't know. Look, they changed drivers so many times throughout that series. But anyways, just really cool to get this diecast made. I think this cat, is an underrated driver. There's a lot of rumors of him maybe going to the Cup Series for 2027. He has made a lot of part-time starts in the 33 car, I believe it is, which is a open Childress car. I think that if RCR ends up letting him go to another team, I've heard a lot of Toyota rumors, which he was a Toyota driver in the Arca Menard series. If he happens to leave RCR, I don't know how the rest of his career will go, but I feel like that would be a pretty big mistake, right? That would be like Toyota, not in the same sense, but similar, letting their best prospect, Corey Heim, go to a Chevy or a Ford team. Obviously I think Corey Heim's the best prospect in NASCAR, but I think Jesse Love's definitely underrated in terms of talent. And there's a Cup team that's going to make room for him. So RCR, I don't know what they're doing, man, but they better have a path for him because another team will find a way. Here's all three of the diecast kind of put together there. I keep bobbling the darn camera. I should just do this instead of holding it. There we go. That makes it a lot better. And we'll complete this by bringing in the boxes as well. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, fellas. Get yours today while they last. Corey Heim truck right here is so freaking cool because he's ran like 3 or 4 full-time seasons, right? This is only the third diecast ever made in the 1/64 scale for him. 2022 Atlanta race win, and then they made the Advent Calendar 2025 clean primary, and then we have the championship truck here. That's going to change. There's like 3 or 4 1/64s on pre-order, so hopefully those have already cleared MOQ. But it's just wild. You go and literally, the guy went from no wins to top 5 all time in like the truck series in wins in 4 years, and he only gets 3 1/64s made. Absolutely bananas. That's all for now, fellas. Have a blessed one. Like, comment, and subscribe. DB signing off.